How are we going to fight this?
I've suggested we have a simple code of conduct.
It's developing much faster than the regulator's been able to keep up.
You want to make it so that the progress is sensible.
Can we regulate AI? Certainly, the international community goes to great lengths to try to control dangerous technologies such as nuclear arms. Will the same thing work for artificial intelligence? Well, there's three things to consider. First of all, there's the economic landscape.
If you take leaders of the top tech companies, if they just say, this is too risky, I want to pause for 6 months, they're going to get a lot of pressure from shareholders.
Each company is currently engaged in an AI's arms race. So Google feels that their very existence is threatened by Microsoft, which has invested in OpenAI and now is using GPT to power Bing.
If you pause, but those guys don't pause, we don't want to get our lunch eaten.
Microsoft decided to put it out there. Google didn't have really much choice. If you're going to live in a capitalist system, you can't stop Google competing with Microsoft.
Google can't really sit around, but let's say the US government were to step in and regulate Google, Microsoft, and all US AI companies. What if other countries don't regulate?
Whether you think of China and the US or Microsoft and Google, that's the size of the prize.
It's a little bit geopolitics, but it's mostly money, where there's just so much commercial pressure.
If you try to do this in China or Russia, there are just too many things you're not allowed to research. The rules are going to be too stringent. They're not going to actually be able to build this. They're very far behind.
China has announced that artificial intelligence is a strategic imperative. Vladimir Putin has gone on record saying the country that controls AI controls the world. So there's geopolitical concerns as well as economic concerns. But there's an even bigger problem long term. What happens when it's smarter than us? What happens when artificial general intelligence evolves to the point of superintelligence? Is it going to listen to anybody's rules?
These things will have learned from us by reading all the novels that ever were and everything Machiavelli ever wrote, how to manipulate people, right? And if they're much smarter than us, they'll be very good at manipulating us. You won't realize what's going on. You'll be like a 2-year-old who's being asked, do you want the peas or the cauliflower? And doesn't realize you don't have to have either.
Personally, I feel like regulation possibly could be a speed bump for the development of AI, but I don't think it's going to be the answer. If regulation isn't the answer, what else can we do? Maybe we can program in safety rules, something akin to Isaac Asimov's laws of robotics. Would that work? Check out the next episode to find out.